Don't worry, this movie is completely PG. Alright, child friendly. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ellenhar. I'm Andrew J. Freeman, your host. Please join me on an adventure to review animated movies and shows from a Christian biblical perspective. Our quest? To discover what is gold and what is garbage. We'll analyze movies for their aesthetics, function, story structure, music, and morals. So, without further delay, let's begin our journey. The Super Mario Bros. Movie. It was released on April 5th, 2023, produced by Universal Pictures, Nintendo, Sky Studios, and interestingly, Illumination. These are the same guys who've done the Despicable Me and Sing series, so my expectations are high. The movie was distributed by Universal Pictures, written by Matthew Fogel, music by Brian Tyler, and obviously based on Mario by Nintendo. It has a $100 million budget with a $1.36 billion box office, so amazing profit. It has a 7 out of 10 IMDb rating, which is average. It has 59% Rotten Tomatoes, which is just under the 60% good mark. We have an insanely loaded all-star cast here. Anya Taylor-Joy, Chris Pratt, Jack Black, Charlie Day, Seth Rogen, Keegan-Michael Key, Charles Martinet, and so many others. The film had the biggest worldwide opening weekend for an animated film and highest grossing film based on a video game. It became the second highest grossing film of 2023, the third highest grossing animated film, and the highest grossing film produced by Illumination. At the 81st Golden Globe Awards, the film received 3 nominations, including Best Animated Feature Film, and it still has plenty of pending and nominated awards that has not yet won. Now, I've grown up playing Super Mario video games. The first one I ever played was New Super Mario Bros. Wii, then Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, Mario Kart Wii, and several more Mario games since. So, let's see if this film is as exciting as the games. The wind whistles and fog clears as the producers present their film. Judging by the screen, it's obvious that we're in an icy landscape. The wind further clears, and we see faint stars, auroras, icy mountains, a frozen lake, and a castle in the distance. The graphics are superb and the setting beautiful. A molten ball plops on the ice and melts through as ominous music plays. More lava falls, and a massive object with lava jets appears on screen. The flying stone ship is filled with lava. It approaches the fortress and drops spikes on the ground, crushing the ice and snow. So this object is a giant floating kingdom that has invaded the snowy tundras. I love this startling contrast in colors and forces. Both glow. One with intense fiery red passion and heat, an evil layer bent on destruction. The smaller is a tiny beacon of hope with a cool, composed, tranquil blue and white gleam. Doors open from the ship, and balls roll into the ice, aka Koopa Troopas. We also have winged Koopas. Kamekoopa, or Maga Koopa, or Kamek, whatever you like to call him, appears. Kamek has a weak and nasally voice. His old and wizened look reminds me of Gandalf. Who is Kamek talking to? Can the people in the fortress even hear or see him? Why does the movie need to make Kamek talk to us? Let the king come and prove that he's the king without an introduction. The front door opens and King Koopa emerges from the ship with a brilliant background orange glow. The king takes his time stomping down his line of soldiers, disturbing the snow and ice.
Open the gates or die.
I can hear Jack Black, but still, I'm impressed that he voiced Bowser because so far, it sounds tough and evil. The movie properly catches Bowser's frosty breath, the snow falling, the lava ashes, and contrasting red and blue glows. I love it. 3 huge and towering figures approach the ice fortress's gates. I'm pumped to watch the showdown between the 2 large leaders. The gates open, and a puff of white smoke covers the people inside. The music has female and male vocals testifying to wonderful power and awe-striking greatness. The music ends and the movie reveals its irony. The people within are actually tiny penguins, and the shadows at the gates only play tricks on our eyes. Hey look, it's Pablo from the Backyardigans. That was one of my favorite shows as a kid. And apparently, this king penguin being Pablo is an official meme across the internet. Funky 90s music plays, which tells me the battle won't go well for the penguins. Hilarious. Also funny, a clock strikes, and the king penguin warns the Koopas to surrender or face their fury.
Do you yield?
I love the deep, threatening voice from this cute penguin. Kamek uses his magic to paralyze the penguins and melts the city with his fire. Nice shot from Kamek's goggles. Some vividly bright yellow object is in the city. It radiates, and wonderstruck music plays. Bowser climbs some floating ice chunks and approaches a glowing item box. He breaks the box and a superstar emerges. He laughs and boasts that no one will stop him as a rainbow aura surrounds him. Why didn't Bowser just use his fire to destroy the castle before the penguins came out? Next, the screen and suspenseful music disappear. The movie takes a dramatic emotional shift as the Mario Brothers deploy a plumbing commercial ad. The graphics are a little choppy and the audio grainy, like it's through a TV. The song is a rendition of the Super Mario Bros. Super Show theme song from the 80s and 90s. Fun fact, the original theme song is kind of cringe. No, why? Oh, no, why? We don't need this. We don't need live action. Just use animated. Hope this guy's got paid well. They should have removed the stools. If they could add all the other effects and background images, why not edit out the stools too?
Thank you, Super Mario Bros. It seems like the only thing you haven't drained is my bank account.
I'll be honest, that was really funny. We see Mario and Luigi watching their ad on TV. Their dress looks awesome. Chris Pratt's Mario voice is really good. Charlie Day is copying the older Luigi, not the deeper, more nasally one this generation is familiar with. Pratt and Day's regular Mario and Luigi voice are also good and fit well with their looks.
I'm so glad we spent our life savings on this commercial.
For what it's worth, Mario, I'm not glad you did.
That is not a commercial. That is cinema.
Luigi's right. It is a part of this cinema movie. Mario worries that his accent in the commercial was excessive. An older man playing the original Donkey Kong Mario arcade game assures Mario that his accent is perfect.
Too much? It's perfect. Wahoo! Okay, I'm gonna trust you.
Do you hear it? Sounds just like the video game Mario, right? Well, that's because this is Charles Martinet, who has voiced Mario since Super Mario 64 in 1996. A burly and bearded man named Spike taunts Mario and Luigi from his booth in the restaurant. Spike, who works for Wrecking Crew, asks the Mario Bros if they have gotten a single call after they left his company. Luigi surprises them both by answering that they have. Luigi then says his mother called him to congratulate them. He idiotically throws his phone on the ground and cracks it. After Spike taunts Luigi, Mario stands up for his brother. Spike, Mario, and Luigi remind me of three separate stereotypes in movies and shows. Spike is a huge and nasty bully with burly muscles, gold chain, necklace, shades, and a beard. Luigi is a scared weakling who will not stand up for himself. Mario is the small but brave man who will stand up to anybody. We have two antagonists so far, Bowser and Spike. Mario and Luigi are the two protagonists. Let's discover how the protagonists will overcome their enemies and prove their value. Spike walks out of the restaurant. Why hasn't anyone reacted to Spike and Mario's encounter? How come no one has noticed their little feud? They all act like nothing has happened. In real life, people would have been watching and recording on their cell phones and then posting it all over social media. The movie has to show that the background people are real humans and still exist. Otherwise, this is boring. Mario tells Luigi he can't always be scared, and then they get a phone call to fix a pipe issue at a house. The brothers grow extremely excited for their first job and head to their customer's location. The car doesn't start, and the brothers begin running to their customer's house. How do they know the address? I didn't hear the callers give one to the brothers. The 80s song No Sleep Till Brooklyn plays as the Mario brothers run. The running and stunts paired with the music makes this scene entertaining to watch. Mario performs athletic maneuvers and stunts while Luigi drags weakly behind, panting. Mario provides easy ways for Luigi to pass through the construction site. I don't think that construction guy is mouthing the words he's supposed to say. Look at that cute couple dating on the crane bar. I love the detail of showing a family arriving in the restaurant behind to grab some food and seeing the waitress greet them from inside. Mario and Luigi arrive at the customer's house, and they appear to be rich. Luigi assures the couple that they don't make messes but fix them. We hear a faint Saturday sitcom show laugh in response to Luigi's wordplay. A dog then appears with a bone, excited to see the arrivals. The dog, Francis, drops his bone. Luigi accidentally crunches it with his feet. The dog is shocked and angered. He growls at Luigi. And I know this isn't the last time we'll see that dog. Mario and Luigi are in a well-detailed bathroom, and they quickly fix the faucet. I love the marble, wood, and tile design, including the sunlight from the windows. The movie creates a hilariously ironic horror scene with freaky music as Francis angrily shows his broken bone to the Mario Bros. He shuts the door and tries attacking the bros. Why did Francis take so long to leave the shower? He could have escaped faster. The song, Le Mot Sensoir Rebelle, plays as Francis breaks the faucet pipes. I know I butchered that French accent, but hey, I tried. Mario and Luigi try stopping all the faucet leaks. Wait a minute. Mario changed different locations. He was much farther from the toilet earlier. Now he's directly adjacent to it. This is a jarring scene change. The shower faucet sprays water, and Francis makes an extremely evil smile as he rises to the top of the shower. The drenched dog hangs onto the top.
Who's a good boy?
Why does Mario say that? That phrase never seems to work. Francis leaps for the Mario Bros. And falls out the window. This is our third antagonist in the movie. Personally, I find Francis more intimidating and dangerous than Bowser and Spike. Mario and Luigi kindly attempt to save Francis from plummeting to death with a plunger. They are definitely not getting paid. Mario and Luigi hang up their hats and enter their home exhausted. They still seem to be in good spirits, even after their first job was a disaster. This is nice that Mario and Luigi have an entire family. This makes the Mario Bros more relatable and realistic to viewers. Instead of two random human heroes in a fantasy world of mushrooms and Koopas, the brothers exist in a real world in a real city. Mario's uncles tease the brothers for their commercial and new plumbing business. Mario's mother tries to support her sons and remarks that the commercial was incredible and belongs in a movie theater, which it actually has. That looks so delicious, and I'm personally offended that Mario hates mushrooms. Mario asks his dad what he thought about their commercial, and he replies that the brothers shouldn't have quit their steady day job to pursue a dream. He also says Mario is ruining Luigi's career as well. Those sombrero hat sheep are the same from Mario Odyssey. Mario leaves the dinner table depressed and angry, and everyone stares with disbelief at the father. I think the father's statement has some truth, but he could have phrased it differently and gently. I think it's good for humans to pursue their dreams carefully and wisely, as long as they are achievable ambitions and dreams that will leave a moral and positive influence on others. Mario should be more prudent and wise and wait until his second job is successful enough so that he can quit his main job.
What'd I say?
I can hear the air blowing in the background. I love the ambiance detail. There's Mario's tennis racket from Mario Tennis. Mario plays a video game and then turns on the news. How come the news anchor begins talking about a certain subject just as Mario switches to the news? Luigi enters the room and assures Mario that their father is wrong to say that he's bringing his brother down. Mario says he's tired of feeling small because people say he can't do certain things. Mario wants to fulfill his plumber dream, but he needs to approach it with discernment. The news says there's mass flooding in downtown Brooklyn. Mayor Pauline from Mario Odyssey vainly assures everyone that everything is alright. Mario realizes he and Luigi can prove their plumbing capabilities by fixing the flooding problem. Just like that, the brothers leave for the streets that very night. There's a Duck Hunt reference on the left side of the screen there. I like the suspenseful drums and horns. Mario and Luigi enter a manhole to find the flooding issue's source. The brothers climb across a pipe to get the pressure valve. The pressure valve breaks and the brothers crash through a wall. Mario is fascinated by a very tall room filled with fans, pipes, stairs, and rails. I love the sound of the rock falling on the pipes. Reminds me of a beautiful bell ring in a snowy environment. A piano plays notes from the Super Mario Bros. Underground theme as the brothers descend underground. Luigi looks into a green pipe as it emits a mystical roaring echo.
Looks like nobody's been down here for years.
I love the way Chris Pratt says this. Luigi disappears into the green pipe, and Mario enters it, only to get sucked in as well. The violins make me feel like I'm in a horror film. But we know the green pipe isn't anything horrific. Remember that when movies try to make something more significant or serious than it is, the movie often loses credibility. But in this case, I can accept the exaggeration because, from Mario's point of view, this could lead to any terrifying place. Mario catapults into a marvelous-looking world with pink, purple, and yellow clouds. The music indicates celestial wonder. Mario travels through an invisible tube passage. He sees Luigi, and they grab hands. Luigi panics, and in a heartwarming scene, Mario assures his brother that they'll be alright if they stick together. Luigi and Mario get separated and are now traveling in separate tubes. Luigi enters an ominous black cloud, and Mario exits a pipe into a ruined moss-ridden fortress. A mushroom forest lies in front of him. The Mario theme song slowly plays in orchestral fashion, combined with choir voices, as Mario stares with awestruck wonder at the rainbows, waterfalls, mushrooms, and floating islands. Mario tries touching a blue mushroom, but an anthropomorphic mushroom holding a spear and carrying a backpack leaps from the ground and orders Mario not to touch it, or else he'll die. The mushroom man apologizes for being wrong. He introduces himself as Toad, and he appears to be a very friendly, fun guy. Haha, dad joke. As Toad walks away, the Captain Toad theme song begins playing.
This is not a dream?
That hurt, right?
Yes!
Definitely not a dream.
Well, that's one way to do it. Toad remarks that Mario's in the Mushroom Kingdom. Mario tells Toad that he's looking for his brother and explains how they got separated. The music grows ominous as Toad sadly replies that Luigi has gone to a place that has an extremely generic name, the Darklands, which is under Bowser's control. Toad explains that Bowser is evil and will eventually capture Luigi. Toad then says he'll take Mario to the princess to help rescue Luigi. Mario sees Peach's castle, and the castle's theme song vigorously plays. Okay, the spear behind Mario and Toad has disappeared in this shot. The spear has also disappeared in this shot, and Toad isn't holding it. Where did it go? Did it just fall off the mushroom cap? Or did the animators overlook this important detail? If the last option is true, then that's embarrassing. Toad explains that Mario's great adventure has begun, and they rush to the castle. Okay, Mario and Toad's new friendship and the plot advancement are so sudden and fast that it's jarring and confusing. They literally met less than 2 minutes ago, and Toad remarks that they are now on a grand adventure? I know this is animated in Mario, but the transition should be slower. There needs to be more dialogue between Mario and Toad before Toad can trust Mario. I think the writers are treating this movie like the video games. Speedily and concisely present the problem that someone needs rescuing, then show the hero beginning his adventure. Very little talk and lots of action. That's usually how Mario games work. We now see a night sky with a ghostly bright silver moon and barren trees. Luigi awakes, and the music is staccato violins and a piano producing a mysterious and spooky theme. Luigi's Mansion theme song plays as the brother navigates nervously through the woods. The lava gurgles in the back as the music grows very eerie. A dry bone chases Luigi through the ugly woods. That's a clever shot showing Luigi as if he's dead. That's what his fate might be in these woods. The ground looks so realistic here. Great job, movie. More dry bones rise and chase Luigi through the woods. I love the intense pursuit animation. Luigi enters an old castle mansion and escapes the skeletons. He sits down to rest and smiles, satisfied with himself. A lightning strike reveals Shy Guys lingering in the darkness. The screen goes black, and Luigi screams helplessly. I actually have some sympathy for him. He's a nervous man who wants to accomplish meaningful goals, but he's in an unlucky and terrifying situation. We now get a major transition to the green and vividly colored Mushroom Kingdom topped with a rainbow. Mario and Toad enter the Toad City. I love catching all the Easter eggs in this movie. Toads compete to smash coins out of blocks as the Toad House theme song from Mario 3D Land and World plays. Hey look, it's the Purple Coin Crazy Cap shop from Mario Odyssey.
Chanterelle! Nice to see you, bud.
Chanterelle Toad is voiced by the actual Toad actor in the video games, Samantha Kelly. Notice Toadette is in that poster on the left.
Yes, what's great, you just have to blow into it.
Why is this movie showing this scene when we don't know what the Toad can blow into? There's a lot of cool antiques in this store from the previous Mario video games. You can pause the video and take some time to absorb them all if you like. Mario and Toad ascend on those yellow lifts from the video games as the Mario theme song returns. Check out that map on the far right. The Bomb Battlefield song from Super Mario 64 plays. The Super Mario World theme song plays as Toad and Mario enter the transparent pipes from Super Mario 3D World. The P-Block music now plays. Mario makes us laugh as he tries too hard but gets nowhere. Mario and Toad arrive at the top and approach the castle's doors. The guards block Mario's path, but Toad doesn't push past the guards and explain the situation as forcefully as he's done so far to all the other Toads in town. Now he just stands back and looks inconsistent with his character earlier. In a hilarious turn of events, one Toad guard stares straight at the camera, smiles smugly, and then tells Mario that the princess is in another castle and he should try another one, which is a funny reference to what happens in almost every single Mario Adventure video game. Toad screams like he's going to attack the guards with a skillet, but ironically starts a fire and cooks some food to distract the Toads as Mario searches for the princess. The camera takes us to a room filled with Toads. A table opens from the floor, showing the different lands around the Mushroom Kingdom. A surprisingly deep-throated Toad explains that Bowser has seized the Superstar and will use it to destroy the Mushroom Kingdom. So Eric Bauza voiced as Toad General, a Canadian-born voice actor who's done lots of prominent voice acting roles. I love the deep voice. The princess firmly assures the Toads that she will not allow Bowser to hurt them. She plans to persuade the Kong army to help them fight Bowser. She leaves for the jungle in the morning. Well, that was a very quick decision. I like that Peach is selfless, but she's a ruler and does everything for the nearly helpless Toads.
Good luck, princess, for all our sakes.
What's with Canadians being the best voice actors? In an extremely awkward and cringy scene, Mario sprints towards the princess and tries to hold her hand while everything is in slow motion. She grabs it and flings him to the ground in such a fashion that would make Scott Steiner blush. The Toads tackle Mario. The princess asks her guards to release him. Peach, the princess, is shocked that Mario is a human. Earlier, Peach did not want to touch Mario. Now, she's so curious that she's trying to touch him, and Mario is pushing her fingers and hands away from him. Mario explains that his brother was captured in the Dark Lands. Peach responds that Bowser will capture him, but she's going to stop him. Because Mario loves his brother so much, he rashly demands that Peach take him with her after she mocks him for being small. Peach first wants to know if he can fight Bowser. Peach and Mario enter a porch and the waterfall draws back. The porch floats out into the water and a massive yellow block emerges. The block creates an entire Mario obstacle course with a flag standing on the floating porch. Peach says that if Mario finishes the course, he can go with her to fight Bowser. Clad in her high heels, pink gown, and crown, Peach performs a variety of impressive stunts and completes the course. The encore song from the Mario video games plays as Peach reaches the flagpole and descends to Mario. This is an interesting facial expression Peach has after finishing the course. Instead of the typical smug and arrogant look that says, "Now beat that, loser," Peach instead carries a face of pure joy and satisfaction that says, "Well, that was really fun." Peach hits a power block so Mario can use the power-up to complete the course. Since Mario hates mushrooms, he's disappointed when he receives a mushroom power-up. So Mario will not only learn to overcome evil trying to destroy entire civilizations and worlds, he will train himself to conquer his worst fear, mushrooms. Mario hesitates to eat the mushroom, and Peach forces it down Mario's throat. The mushroom makes Mario tall and strong enough to destroy Spike in a brawl. Mario gets too confident with his new mushroom ability. He loses his power-up, eats another mushroom, and tries again. The song, Holding Out for Hero, plays as Mario repeatedly fails. Mario begins puking out the mushrooms as Peach comforts him. The next morning, Mario tries again and does an amazing job. Peach wakes up and her eyes widen as he nearly finishes the course. As Mario jumps to the flag with his typical jump pose, he glances down at Peach with a smug smile and intends to impress Peach as he's been trying to astonish everyone his whole life. Mario is a confident and courageous man, but his flaws are arrogance and rashness. We now transition to a lighthearted but touching scene where Mario and Peach sit atop some blocks and look into the sunset. Peach says that he and Mario will leave the next morning because Mario has shown tenacity and courage. Peach tries to make Mario feel better by saying it took her lots of tries to complete the course, but she actually lied and completed it right away. Mario accuses her of trying to make him feel better. She asks if it's working, and he replies a little bit. I like how neither of them is trying to force romance. Instead, they are two individuals who want to save their friends and create a friendship over their concern for humanity and desire to improve their world. Nothing awkward, nothing weird. Just two people joking lightheartedly. Bravo, movie. The movie takes us to Bowser's floating home, which growls as we pass ahead. The weather is stormy and rainy. Heavy metal music breaks the ominous theme as Bowser and his minions party inside.
My army! Koopas! Goombas! Whatever those things are!
The writers were so clever to do this. I and tons of other Mario players cannot tell you the names of those creatures. Bowser tells his army that he will ask Peach to marry him. The room grows silent and the bad guys are shocked.
Doesn't she hate you?
Bowser becomes poetic and describes Peach's beauty. I love how Jack Black portrays a good side to Bowser. He is not wholly evil. Bowser longs for true affection and belonging, but his desires make him crave full control and dominance over all. He thinks after he conquers everyone, then they will love him. Bowser seeks security, and he thinks he'll find it in tyranny, but instead, he'll find emptiness and fear of betrayal. He cannot find happiness by having an intimate relationship with someone who hates him, like Peach. He needs to change his character before Peach could ever love him. The problem is, Bowser is not willing to change. If Peach says no to his proposal, Bowser says he'll power up the star and destroy the Mushroom Kingdom. The heavy metal resumes as the bad guys cheer. The next scene shows the Shy Guys taking Luigi to Bowser. They place him in a balloon. Luigi stares at the dark and forlorn castle below. He recalls that when he was little, he built a similar looking castle, but a bully destroyed it, and Mario came and scared the bully away. The music is sad violin strokes and a female humming softly. I almost teared seeing Mario assist his helpless brother, who is such a sweet and gentle soul. Presently, Luigi is alone without Mario to protect him. The meek protagonist stares sorrowfully at his tied hands, feeling dejected. This sad scene reached my heart. Back at the Mushroom Kingdom, trumpets play the original flagpole completion song from the Super Mario game. Mario and Peach exit the castle, and hundreds of toads cheer them on.
Who's he?
He's not important!
Yay! The most important character in the movie is not important. What's wrong with her voice? It sounds like it's filtered through some voice distorter. Mario and Peach enter the pipe and walk through the mushroom forest. Toad approaches and brags that he and Mario are best friends, which Mario and I are unsure about because they have just met. Then Toad musters a deep and growling voice and says two cliché lines in Batman style.
I fear nothing. I will protect you.
Peach says that Toad can join them, and Toad gets really excited. Hey look, it's that mysterious cannon in Super Mario games that takes you to random worlds. Toasterina Desert from Mario Odyssey. Rock Candy Mines from New Super Mario Bros. Wii U. We see a gorgeous night sky, and I assume the piano is going to give some Super Mario Galaxy reference. Instead, Bowser is playing on a piano on a floating island. Since Jack Black is a singer, the movie takes a hilariously goofy turn as Bowser sings about Peach. Kamek breaks Bowser's flow and informs him that Mario has arrived in the Mushroom Kingdom and Peach has trained him. So, which of Bowser's spies saw all of this? How could they? Is there a rogue Toad working for Bowser? Bowser grows angry but employs self-control and kindly tells Kamek to play the piano with him. I love this piano jam. In a terrifying outburst of anger, Bowser smashes the piano lid on Kamek's fingers and commands him to discover the princess's plans. Mario, Toad, and Peach are in a field of fire flowers under a massive and twisty tree. Mario is sad because he and Luigi have never been apart for so long. Peach uses a fire flower power-up to light up some wood. Impressed, Mario then asks Peach where she's from, and she doesn't know. Apparently, Peach arrived in the Mushroom Kingdom as a child. The Toads raised her, and when she grew older, she became their princess. Mario then suggests that Peach is from his world. A flute plays as they awkwardly stare at the flowers and galaxies above. I love the movie's humor because Toad plays the flute to create a romantic setting. However, nothing romantic actually happens. The scene grows dark and depressing again as the Shy Guys arrive at Bowser's fortress with Luigi. The Shy Guys throw Luigi to the floor and tell Bowser that they found him in the Darklands. Kamek uses his magic to levitate Luigi as Bowser interrogates him. Bowser starts off playing good cop, being calm and cool with Luigi. Then he grabs his mustache and demands if he knows Mario, and if princesses find him attractive.
Do princesses find him attractive?
They do if they have good taste!
Charlie Day is rocking Luigi. Bowser throws Luigi into a cage hanging over the lava pool. We meet a very adorable but depressingly nihilistic Luna. It acts unnaturally enthusiastic about dying, and we see King Pablo again. He tells Luigi that the Luna is crazy. Luigi says that there must be a way out, but the Luna remarks that only death will bring escape. Everyone sighs with annoyance and discouragement. The movie takes us to the Kong Kingdom, where tropical music of drums and horns play. Mario, Luigi, and Peach knock on the door, and a massive ape startles them and me with a terrifying roar. Peach says that she's there to see the king, and the ape, dressed in a white sports coat, tells him to follow him in a soft and soothing male voice that does not match his looks. Is the guard not going to ask who these guys are and where they're from? The ape powers up a vehicle, and the song Take On Me plays as the crew hops on the cart. The ape tears through the city on a track. That's a Mario Kart reference. And that was graphic. Where's the justice and order in this city? This looks like chaos. This city is in trouble if the guards are so careless and intentionally hurt the citizens. Is this the only way to arrive at the king's palace? That seems inconvenient. Mario Kart glider reference. Wow, these guards are jacked. Mario, Peach, and Toad meet Cranky Kong, the king of the Kongs. Who told Cranky Kong that Peach wanted his army? I don't understand how people are eavesdropping and learning all these things. It's like they can read each other's minds. Where's the fun in this world when everyone knows exactly what everyone else is doing or thinking? I don't like Cranky Kong's voice. It's goofy and out of place with the rest of the movie. Mario bluntly tells Cranky Kong that they're not leaving without his army. The king begins laughing. Mario has converted his boldness into rashness because he is desperate to save his brother Luigi from Bowser. Cranky Kong tells Mario that they can have his army if the plumber defeats the king's son, Donkey Kong, in a fight. Mario courageously accepts Cranky Kong's challenge. Mario enters the ring nervously, and the apes start booing him. Is Peach praying? And look how cute Toad looks sitting down. DK rap plays as Donkey Kong enters the arena. Donkey Kong shows off in front of everyone, and the embarrassed and annoyed Cranky tries to start the fight. Look at Toad flexing there. Diddy and Dixie Kong cameo. Cranky Kong remarks that he placed power-ups across the arena for Mario so he could be a match for Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong begins destroying Mario in a series of flashy battle sequences. Mario grabs a mini mushroom, thinking it will make him bigger. He eats it and becomes tiny. There's the typical and timeless Seth Rogen laugh. Donkey Kong flicks Mario, and he returns to normal size. If Donkey Kong really wanted to win, all he had to do was smash Mario with his feet. Because he flicked him, Mario became bigger, and now Donkey Kong has to keep fighting. Mario tries grabbing a Fire Flower 1-up, but Donkey Kong adds a comic effect by blowing it out. Oh, that old woman looks evil. Peach tells Mario to grab the box as Mario goes nuts for a moment. Mario grabs the Cat Bell power-up and makes Donkey Kong laugh.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Now you die.
I love Donkey Kong's sudden change from hysterical laughing to a deep, growling, threatening voice. With his cat suit, Mario begins destroying Donkey Kong. This fighting animation isn't clunky or unnatural. It's superb for today's standards. Mario defeats Donkey Kong, and the latter refuses to give up. Remember, folks, that ties are great for aesthetics and practicality. The apes cheer Mario as he defeats Donkey Kong. I thought they loved and adored Donkey Kong. They were just booing Mario earlier. Shouldn't everyone be silent and stunned that a fat, mustached man defeated their best warrior? Toad and Peach gaze at Mario in admiration. Peach gives Cranky Kong an alluring and implying look, and Cranky Kong agrees to fight Bowser. Mario is tending to his bruises as Peach praises Mario for his endurance, fortitude, and courage. She says he doesn't know when to quit. Having that kind of tenacity and endurance takes discernment. There are times when you cannot surrender until you are victorious. There are other times when the wisest and most just decision is to quit. Donkey Kong interrupts and says he let Mario win. The plumber asks him why, and the two are about to fight again. Cranky Kong interrupts their feud and gathers Peach for a meeting. Cranky Kong says that Bowser's ship will arrive at the Mushroom Kingdom at sundown, but the apes have a shortcut to ambush Bowser. So how do they know that stuff? These characters aren't supposed to be omniscient. Cranky Kong says they'll need carts, and the music transitions to an awesome orchestral version of the Mario Kart 8 Course Select music. Mario, Peach, and Toad begin picking their carts and bikes just as we do in Mario Kart 8 as the song Thunderstruck plays. So the robot arms spray Peach's bike pink. I know they assign colors to characters in the game, but where was the option to change colors in the movie? Mario and Peach pull up with their revving carts, but are shocked when Toad arrives in this anticlimactic scene. He revs up his monster truck and loses his glasses. Just like in the old video game, the Donkey Kong and Mario feud continues. Peach rallies the apes, and everyone zooms out of the garage in their carts. The scene switches to a red-hot background as Bowser wears a purple ribbon, white top hat, and holds his piranha plant flowers, just like in Mario Odyssey. Bowser spends the next several seconds practicing his proposal speech by inserting a dad joke and smashing his deadly piranhas. Bowser, just practice the speech without props and other participants. Movie, we don't need drag queen and gay references for kids or adults to see. A Koopa commander interrupts the mock proposal and tells Bowser that Mario, Peach, and the Kong army are heading through a secret passage to surprise Bowser. Bowser is worried that Mario impressed Peach, and inserts a typical cliche of two can play a game. Meanwhile, Mario, Peach, Toad, and the apes enter the secret passage onto a rainbow road, which sparkles and glitters beautifully, and is a reference to Rainbow Road from Mario Kart. Mario and Peach spend some time talking about Brooklyn. Then Donkey Kong approaches and teases Mario that his flirting with Peach is awful and she won't date him, to which Toad objects. Bowser sees Mario and Peach talking through his binoculars and grows angry and jealous. The Koopas ambush the Kongs on a rainbow road, and fighting ensues. Tiny Koopa on massive snowplower cart. Everyone splits up at an intersection, and Mario performs some nice drifts to lose to Koopa. Mario's cart activates anti-gravity wheels as he goes around several loops. Meanwhile, the music is intense as a male choir sings with the violins and horns. Bullet bills destroy Mario's cart, and he conveniently lands on a Koopa cart. I enjoy how the movie switches between Mario, Toad, and Peach dealing with enemies in their respective lanes for the next 30 seconds. We get to see what's going on from each protagonist's perspective. A bullet bill destroys a floating island, and the falling rubble cuts a section of the road. Toad's cart falls, and he shouts that he's too cute to die. Peach saves him, and Mario crawls around the giant Koopa cart. Mario and Donkey Kong destroy the oversized snowblower, but the Koopa survives the wreck, turns into a blue shell, and like Mario Kart, bears down on the vehicle and destroys it. Mario and Donkey Kong fall into the water as the Koopas capture everyone else and bring them to Bowser's ship. Peach and Toad escape to the Mushroom Kingdom. Well, the mighty Kong army failed. As they fall into the water, Donkey Kong gets knocked unconscious by an object, and Mario dives down to save him. Donkey Kong has emphasized his hatred for Mario, and the two have tried fighting and taunting each other repeatedly. Nevertheless, Mario puts aside his dislike for the ape and selflessly tries to save him from drowning. Bravo, Mario. This is a heroic and virtuous move. As Mario pulls up the ape, we see a massive underwater eel. On the water's surface, Donkey Kong surprisingly remarks that Mario saved him. The plumber replies that he won't tell anyone, and the ape begs him not to. The giant eel rises to the surface and eats Mario and Donkey Kong. We now transition to the Mushroom Kingdom. The suspenseful and sorrowful music matches the cloudy sky and gloomy atmosphere. Peach and Toad warn the other Toads that Bowser is coming and they must evacuate. But where will they go? Peach enters the castle and regretfully tells the Toads that they lost the Kong army. Dismayed, the Toads gasp slightly. Then, Peach says they lost Mario, and the Toads gasp even louder. They act like they care for Mario and appreciate his help. But remember, the last time the Toads saw Mario, they stared at him strangely, asked who he was, and cheered when Peach proclaimed that he wasn't important. As far as the movie shows us, the Toads don't even know Mario's name, so why do they pretend like they lost someone they deeply valued? This scene exposes a gaping plot hole and inconsistency in the movie. And have all these Toads been standing here since Mario and Peach left a few days ago? Why are they conveniently gathered here just as Peach arrives? I appreciate Toad's loyal characteristics. He has integrity and conviction. He promised to protect Peach and wants to maintain his honor and faithfully defend his princess. At least, Toads, you could have taken your armor and weapons with you. Toad is carrying a heavy pack and using a pan as a weapon. Is he the Super Mario version of Samwise Gamgee? Bowser's ship approaches the castle as black boiling clouds cover the sky. Peach and Toad stand outside the castle to greet Bowser. Koopas surround Peach and Toad. Bowser exits his ship to give a little talk.
I guess love really makes a guy come out of his shell. I told you that line wouldn't work.
You're doing great.
Peaches.
Oh, wow. There are generous quantities of cringe in this movie. Peach's reaction is like a wife or daughter's reaction to a face-palming dad joke. As Bowser proposes to Peach, the music is light and lovely. It then turns forbidding and indecisive when Peach refuses, and Bowser tortures Toad. I thought Toad was supposed to protect Peach. Instead, Toad is the bait that gets Peach to accept Bowser's proposal. Bowser celebrates, and everyone enters the ship to begin the wedding. Next, we are back at the prison. The penguins and Luigi listen to the Luna's demoralizing song. The apes are placed in cells and enter the prison. Kamek enters and excites everyone by announcing the wedding. He then remarks that he'll sacrifice everyone at the wedding, and they panic. Discouraged, Luigi whimpers Mario's name. A blooper gets sucked into Eel's mouth and takes us down the throat to where Mario and Donkey Kong are. That's a clever way to get us in the mouth and find our protagonist. The movie uses the blooper to give the camera a reason to enter the eel's mouth. You know, I just realized that sentence has a double meaning. Donkey Kong and especially Mario become vulnerable to one another while in the eel's belly. They both express their insecurities of being failures to those they care about. Mario and Donkey Kong find the ape's car and blast themselves out of the eel's mouth. Aw, they look so happy together on there. Wedding guests file in as the Saving Princess Peach music from Super Mario Bros. Wii softly plays. Hey look, there's the infinite one-up shell trick Easter egg. And look, it's King Bob-omb and King Boo. There's a Yoshi egg. And a greedy Koopa guard. Wedding march plays as Toad gives Peach a bouquet. The doors open, and Peach walks down the aisle without anyone to escort her. She gasps when she sees Luigi, Cranky Kong, the apes, and penguins hanging over their lava in their cages.
Drama. You really thought I'd marry you?
Kinda.
I'd never marry a monster.
The movie gives us a dose of girl power. It's Elsa, everybody, ready to let Bowser go. Peach freezes Bowser and fights his minions with ice flour. She freezes the chain so the prisoners cannot descend any further. The Koopas shoot Mario and Donkey Kong down onto the Mushroom City. The Mario theme song swiftly plays as Mario and Donkey Kong defeat enemies and speedrun up to Bowser's castle. The Super Mario Bros. 3 athletic theme song plays as Mario uses Tanuki. The ice begins breaking on the chains as Peach continues fighting and ignites King Bob-omb. The explosion makes Peach lose her ice power, and the prisoners fall further down. Luigi holds on tight as lava enters his cell. Donkey Kong begins pulling the prisoners up. Mario saves Luigi from falling into the lava. In a heartwarming scene, Mario hugs Luigi, tears up, and chokes as he remarks that they'll be safe together. Luigi then asks why Mario looks like a bear. Watching two brothers reunite through great peril is uplifting. I have a brother of my own, so this is personally heartwarming. Cranky Kong admires his son for saving him, and congratulates his bravery. Donkey Kong receives the approval he desires. Bowser's hatred and jealousy towards Mario and Peach help him break the ice. He launches the Bomber Bill to destroy the Mushroom Kingdom. Mario boldly flies toward the Bomber Bill to stop it from obliterating Peach's kingdom. He hits the Bomber Bill in the eye, so it chases Mario instead. This scene parallels the scene where Mario was fighting the dog Francis, but this time, the stakes are much higher. Mario gets the Bomber Bill to get sucked into the green pipe. It explodes on the other side, but the blast effect carries into the Mushroom Kingdom. Because of the explosion, the pipe now begins sucking everyone and everything in the Mushroom Kingdom into the green pipe. Chaotic groaning and howling characterize the intense scene. Mario and Luigi's family are having breakfast, so I'm assuming this is the next morning of the day that Mario and Luigi got sucked into the fantasy world. What exactly is the time difference between Earth and the Mushroom Kingdom? And is the family not concerned that Mario and Luigi are missing for breakfast? Here at Sunrise in Brooklyn, Mario gets catapulted out of the manhole. Hey, that's Balloon Boy from the SNES game. Spike shows his selfishness by scolding Mario for almost denting his car instead of being concerned about nearly killing Mario. Bowser's kingdom emerges underground, and Spike shows he is a real coward. Did this eruption kill hundreds of people? The superstar falls right in front of Mario. Mario and Bowser begin fighting. Bowser says he would finally be happy once he wedded Peach. Sadly, Bowser is incorrect. You can't be happy when someone you want hates you. On the flip side, Bowser doesn't truly care for Peach. It's more of a lust than a true selfless love. He won't be happy either way. All he wants to do is just have Peach while being evil and destroying the Mushroom Kingdom. Mario hides behind a bench in the same pizza restaurant as Bowser taunts him outside. While recovering from his wounds, Mario watches his plumbing commercial, barely transmitting on the broken TV. In the commercial, Mario said that the Mario Brothers would save Brooklyn. He then sees him and Luigi hugging. He then realizes that he and Luigi can work together to save Brooklyn. He also wants to protect his brother, family, and friends.
Let's go.
The music grows beautiful as Mario decides not to surrender but to fight. Bowser gives Mario a cliche phrase, and Mario prepares to fight while holding his bruises and speaking weakly. Instead of showing Mario as a perfect hero, the movie gives us a suffering human groaning with bruises. I love it. Peach kicks a star toward Mario, and he and Bowser race for it. Bowser breathes fire on Mario. The plumber falls to the ground, uncovers his eyes, and discovers that Luigi is shielding him from the fire with a trash can lid. struggling against the fire. Luigi echoes that nothing can hurt them if they're together. Finally, Luigi has decided to overcome his fears. The brothers grab hands, then reach the star. The movie gives us an unnecessary suspense as fire engulfs the brothers. The Superstar theme song plays as Mario and Luigi have equipped the star power. Rainbow aura surrounds them. I love this jump pose here. The upbeat and Victoria Star music plays as Mario and Luigi destroy Bowser's army and save Peach, Donkey Kong, Toad, and Cowardly Spike. The Mario Bros.' parents stare at their sons with astonishment. This piranha plant scene parallels this earlier scene, but this time, the bros defeat their opponents. Mario and Luigi crush Bowser. He begs Peach for a second chance, but Peach refuses and gives him a mini mushroom. Toad then places a tiny turtle in a jar. Earlier in the film, Mario told Peach that if she came with him to Brooklyn, he would get her a pet turtle. Now that Bowser is in a jar, Mario tells Peach he promised to get her a pet turtle, which I thought was a pretty clever joke. Peach tells Luigi he is brave, and he plays it off. Mario's parents come and congratulate the brothers for their heroism. The father tells Mario that he was amazing, and the brothers are truly touched by their father's genuine admiration for his sons. So, did all these people watch the Mario Bros? Where were they the entire time? I didn't see these people peeking through buildings. Spike and Francis congratulate the brothers for their heroic deeds. That's a great photo. Love the animation. We now head to Mario's room as Mr. Blue Sky plays on the radio, and Mario wakes up. Check it out. It's Falcon's car on the wall. The Mario brothers grab some coffee, get change, grab their plumbing gear, open the door, and surprisingly, they are in the Mushroom Kingdom. The music leaves the radio and becomes full speaker mode. Mario and Luigi jump into a green pipe, disappear, and the screen turns black as the Super Mario Bros. Movie logo appears. The music ends with a thunderous and triumphant orchestra and choir. The crazy Luna appears and tries to depress us with some more nihilistic philosophy. He then plays the Super Mario Bros. Ground theme with a saxophone, and roll credits. I'm warning you, the credits are fantastic. If you listen to them on headphones like mine, you'll be absolutely blown away by the wonderful orchestral music. An entire symphony plays a variety of familiar Mario songs while showing creative and colorful illustrations. At the end of the first credits, Bowser plays and sings an off-key second rendition of his romantic love song about Peach. A toad interrupts Bowser's song, tells him to be quiet, and closes the door. The second credits continue. At the very end of the movie, we are taken back to the underground parts of Brooklyn. There lies a Yoshi egg. The music grows suspenseful and exciting as the egg cracks. The screen goes black. We hear the typical Yoshi phrase, and the movie officially ends. This most likely means that there will be a second Mario movie. Can't wait to see what that's about. So, was the Super Mario Bros. Movie gold or garbage? Let's start with aesthetics. This is a 2023 movie, so we hold the graphics to a high standard, and the movie passed the animation and graphics test. The aesthetics made the movie very enjoyable for me to watch. Thanks to illumination, everything was very clean, sharp, and realistic. Particles, lighting, sound effects, ambiance, color, and scenery were tremendous. The fighting, movement, facial expressions, and emotions made me rewatch scenes to appreciate and absorb them more. I loved identifying neat Easter eggs from Nintendo and Mario video games, including the jokes and references. There was a nice variety of characters I enjoyed seeing. I think the voice actors played their roles well. Jack Black had a comical but cliché Bowser. Chris Pratt and Charlie Day's roles were great. The accents and voices were sometimes dry. It was not a striking or perfect accent, but it was excellent enough that they fit their family, setting, and characters. It was more of an Italian crossed with Brooklyn accent, and I'm aware that some people dislike Pratt and Day's Mario and Luigi performance. However, I thought it was great for the story and matched the characters well. I wasn't personally disgusted by their voice acting. Perhaps those who disliked the roles were expecting the video game voices. I guess Seth Rogen fits Donkey Kong roles well. I never saw it coming, but it works now that I've watched the movie. Keegan-Michael Key and Anya Taylor-Joy did great. Cranky Kong sounded jarring and bland and more like Funky Kong to me. Supporting actors like Kevin Richardson's Kamek, Carrie Payton's Pablo, and Eric Bauza's Toad General were amazing. It was also cool to see a Charles Martinet cameo with the actual Mario voice. The music was awesome. The orchestral music was so epic during the first credit run that I got goosebumps and ASMR sensations. I smiled inside every time the orchestra played Mario songs from the video games. There were some modern pop and rock songs scattered throughout the movie that threw off the fancy Mario Bros. Vibe, but it added an interesting and comedic reality blend, reminding us that the Super Mario Bros. Originated from Earth. Function. This is where things get a bit tricky because of errors scattered throughout the movie. Toad's spear randomly disappears, Brooklyn's people appear from nowhere and cheer the Mario Bros. The Toads gasp when Peach says they lost Mario when they don't even know his name or don't even care about him, and everyone knows what everyone is doing because somehow each side has ghost scouts that float around and read everyone's thoughts. These are some examples of the function issues in this movie. The movie also progresses at an excessively fast pace. For example, when Mario meets Toad, they become best friends and begin an adventure in a minute and a half. And when Mario meets Peach, they almost immediately decide to team up and stop Bowser. The movie often feels rushed, like an athlete sprinting from one station to another without much rest in between, or like a train roaring across tracks, skipping the train station to pick up more passengers. The part where Bowser proposes to Kamek in a woman's dress and makeup is jarring, and does not fit the rest of the movie's theme. Other than that, the movie had a healthy balance of great comedic moments, dramatic parts, and suspenseful, ominous, and victorious scenes. Story structure. The movie is very straightforward and serves as clear protagonists and antagonists. The high stakes in the movie made the story compelling. Without Mario and Luigi's help, the Mushroom and Kong Kingdom would have been destroyed, and the inhabitants annihilated. Also, Brooklyn might have become Bowser's territory. So, the high-stakes plot, conflict, and climax made the movie very engaging. I like how they sort of humanize the antagonist, especially Bowser. He wants to be loved and respected by everyone. He believes he can gain people's worship by dominating the world. He thinks he can find happiness by marrying Peach, where instead he'll only find heartache. He lusts for Peach and her affection without trying to reciprocate it. He doesn't want to selflessly care for Peach. He wants her in order to gain selfish satisfaction. He treats her more like an object or gift than a real human partner he wants to protect and serve. He selfishly thinks that he can continue his evil ways once he marries Peach, but if he truly loved Peach, he would sacrifice his ambitions and lust for domination, and instead help the Mushroom Kingdom prosper. The plot was simple and concise and ran like a Mario video game. It could have been less shallow but deeper with more twists, mysteries, and character psychology. It was often like a bouncy ball bouncing from one wall to the next, or like a car rushing to its destination, running every red light, unmindful of speed limits or pit stops, and not caring to brake. However, I like how the story's plot did not center on creating a romantic relationship between Mario and Peach. Instead, the story focused on Mario and Luigi learning to work together, put aside their pride, doubts, and fears, then overcome the evil and challenges they face. Mario and Luigi accomplished their dreams to make a difference, save Brooklyn, and impress their family. They have attained achievements and purposes far greater than they envisioned. Morals. Real quick, I don't like Kamek in the Peach suit and makeup holding Bowser's hand after he proposes to him. They stare at each other, hold hands, draw their heads closer, and don't break off until the Koopa Commander interrupts. On a technical level, this scene is so isolated and weird from the rest of the movie that it doesn't fit. On a moral level, I find this stuff awkward and wrong. Anyways, as I mentioned above, the morals centralize friendship, overcoming pride, and being brave and confident in yourself to defeat your antagonist. Mario is small, but his heart is ginormous. He is a little rash and arrogant. However, he is bold and has a sweet, gentle side of kindness and loyalty. He learns to diminish his recklessness and improve his temperament and selflessness for others. Luigi is cowardly and submissive, but he learns to be courageous and strong when facing danger. The brothers value friendship, rely on each other, not just themselves, and unite to vanquish their foes. When Mario and Luigi defeat their opponents with self-sacrificing intent, everyone praises them and recognizes their noble deeds. Remember that Peach tells Mario he keeps getting back up and doesn't know when to quit. This reminds me of Proverbs 24:16. For a righteous man may fall 7 times and rise again, but the wicked shall fall by calamity. After watching this movie, I believe Mario is a true hero. Throughout the movie, he is tough and firmly stands up for his brother and himself. But when he is broken and feeling low, he is unafraid to admit it and becomes vulnerable to people like Peach, Luigi, and Donkey Kong. Mario is both strong and meek. He respects and honors himself and his capabilities, but he also exhibits great kindness and selflessness for others, especially his brother Luigi. Mario is an awesome hero. We all need friends to comfort us when we need encouragement, strengthen us to face adversity, and impart wisdom when we need answers and help to make decisions. The Super Mario Bros. Movie is great for the entire family. You'll appreciate the movie if you are a Mario video game fan. If you are not a fan, it's still a wonderful movie portraying a hero overcoming almost impossible odds. The movie also imparts valuable morals to remember and apply. Its plot and characters are simple and not very complex. But although the movie is based on an extremely popular video game franchise, the movie carries weight on its own. It's not a failure or a bust. It's a success. The budget to box office ratio is some evidence of that. The movie had the potential to be the greatest animated movie of all time, but it still needs a lot of work to get there. Personally, I think the Super Mario Bros. Movie deserves higher rating. On the gold to garbage scale, the movie is definitely on the gold side. Now, friends, if you'll excuse me, I got some Mario games to go play. Congrats for watching. If you have found this video valuable, please consider subscribing to support the channel and so you won't miss a single video. Now, to end this review, I'll read from Proverbs 28:1. The wicked flee when no one pursues, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. God bless. As a quick reminder, I do not own any copyright to any footage in this film. Also, I abide by fair use laws and am not infringing on copyright. My critique and commentary are transformative and original.